All right, so what is the very best Instagram followers app for you to use to grow your Instagram following in 2019 and beyond? That's exactly what we're going to go through in this video. But before we get into that, if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, you want to do that right now. Go ahead and click the subscribe button. Click that little bell so you turn on notifications, and you'll be notified every time we come out with an awesome video just like this on YouTube. So if you want to grow your following on Instagram, using a good followers app is one of the best ways to be able to do that. And if you're around on Instagram a couple of years ago, we had an awesome app that was called Instagress, and that was really just the best thing out there. It did everything that you wanted it to do. It was smooth. It worked great. You could put it on 100% automation and you would just get thousands of new Instagram followers every single month. But that app is no longer with us. But in its place, we have many, many more to choose from. We have things like Viral Soda, Instazood, Instavast, IG Assistant, Gram Growth, Social Captain, Combin, Upleap, Gramista, Big Bang Gram, Bot for Gram, Sarah Agency, Ingrammer, IGers Pro, Social Steez, and there's actually a lot more than this out there. So of all of this stuff, what really do you want to put your focus on? What is worth your money? What is going to give you all of the features that you want and help you to grow your Instagram following as fast as possible? Well, we've checked every single one of these out. We looked at their pricing plans. We looked at their features. We've tested out a lot of them, the ones that really stood out to us. And of the ones that we tested, we came up with 2 that really deserve your money. So the first app that we recommend is one called Instazood. And if you want to check this out, go ahead and click the link in the description of this video. It'll take you right there and it'll show you the best prices that they have right now. But the cool thing about Instazood is that you only pay for the parts of their service that you use. So for example, they have the basic Instagram bot, which allows you to do the auto following, the unfollowing, the likes, the comments. And for a lot of people, that's really all that they want to use. So for those people, it's only $9.99 a month. They also have another one for automatic direct messages, which is a service that we really like to use. And so these are basically the 2 that we use, is the Instagram bot and then the automatic direct messages. They also have, a comments tracker, which, for some people you may find that valuable. For us, it's just not something that we use. And then also the post manager. And for us, this is a great feature within Instazood, but we actually have another app that we prefer to use that's actually free. And if you want to check that out, I'll leave a link for that in the description of this video as well. And I'll probably have a card or a pop-up somewhere on the screen right now that will take you to a video that shows you how to use that. But for most people, all you really want is probably the Instagram bot. And then if you're like us, you also want to set up your automatic direct messages, because that's a great way to actually get more eyes and more customers. And, if you're running a business, this is a great way to really develop that relationship with the people who are connecting with you on Instagram. So once you get inside of Instazood, this is what the dashboard looks like. And it's pretty simple to follow up. I know it looks kind of confusing. But first of all, if I click over here on settings, this is where you can set up all of your filters and all of your settings for following and unfollowing, and all of your filters and your daily limits for how many follows and unfollows and likes and everything else that you want to do per day. One of the cool things about Instazood is that they have very good help files. So if you see these little question marks, if you hover your mouse over them, they'll actually automatically bring up this little window that will tell you exactly what all of these settings mean. And these are actually very helpful. I don't want to go into a full setup tutorial here because a lot of this is kind of self-explanatory, but some of the more important things that they allow you to do, for example, is this night pause. So this will actually pause all activity during the nighttime hours so that it appears that it's an actual real human being that's performing these actions. In your filters here, this is where you can set up very specific filters for following other accounts. So for example, like the gender filter, if you click this, you can choose whether you want to target just male or just female accounts. If you want to target both, or if it doesn't matter to you, just uncheck that and it'll target both. You can set up filters for the age of the post that you want to interact with. So for example, we have this set up for a maximum of 1 week old. You can set up however you want, but that's kind of where we have it set. And they've got a bunch of other settings in here that are kind of important. One that a lot of people like to see is a language filter, and they do have a bunch of languages that you can filter for in here. And they have some other things in here that may or may not be important for you. In the unfollow settings, this is where you can set up things like the maximum number of people you want to unfollow per day and whether you want to run your other promotions while you are unfollowing. But once you've got all of your filters and everything set up, next thing you need to do is add your targets. Okay, and so when you click this, it'll allow you to add things like hashtags and other Instagram accounts that you want to copy the followers of. And what I really like about this is that not only will it tell you how many other accounts it followed, it also gives you the conversion rate, right? How many people actually followed you back when it targeted that hashtag or that other person's followers. And so that's one of the really important things that we look for, because that's something that will really help you to exponentially increase the speed at which you gain followers. So that's a really important feature that I like to see when I'm using an Instagram followers app. So those are the basics of Instazood. There's really not a lot to it. Once you kind of figure it out, you just basically kind of set it and forget it, and you just monitor your follow back rates. And when you come up with a target that really isn't performing as well as you want, you just swap that out with something else and test out something new. Now, the one thing that I really don't like about this, which is kind of a deal breaker for us, and that's kind of why you see up here it says your payment has expired and blah, blah, blah. Okay, this is not a service that we are actually currently using. It's a great service, but the deal breaker for us was that in the unfollow settings, it does not have an option to only unfollow the people who are not following us back. Okay, if we follow somebody and they choose to follow us back, we consider that a connection that we've made on Instagram, and we want to be able to maintain that connection and nurture those relationships with our prospects and our followers and our customers. We don't want to just follow people in an attempt to trick them into following us back, just so that 3 or 4 days down the road we unfollow them and hope they don't notice. Right? I mean, we don't want to play that game, and we really don't want to grow our Instagram following by trying to trick people into following us back. Now, if that's not something you're worried about, then Instazood is going to be a great application for you. Everything else about it we really like. But for us, the one that we actually prefer over Instazood is this one right here. Okay, Viral Soda. And I'll leave a link for this below in the description so that you can check this out. This does come with a 7-day free trial. And as far as the prices go on this one, it's just one price for everything. So they start you out with a 7-day free trial, and it comes with auto comments, auto likes, auto repost, auto direct message, auto follow, auto unfollow, and it gives you a bunch of other features as well. After that, it's just $14 a month, and it includes everything. So once you get inside of Viral Soda, this is where you'll see any accounts that you have set up and configured with them. So to set up Viral Soda to do your following and unfollowing and all that good stuff, over here on the left-hand side, we just want to scroll down. And this is where you see all of the different functions that you can set up. Okay, so if I go to auto follow, just click on that. It'll bring you to this screen. Over here in this column is where you'll see any accounts that you have connected to Viral Soda. Right now we just have our one account, so I'm going to click on that. And what it will do is it will load all of the hashtag, basically all of the targets that you have set up. And to add a target, it's very simple. You just choose up here if it's going to be a hashtag, if it's going to be a location, or if it's going to be another account. And then you just start typing into the search right here. So for example, if I wanted to add something like MLM leads, I just type that in. You'll see over here that it's thinking. And basically what it's doing is it's loading all of the relevant search terms that are coming up in Instagram. And here's where you can see how many posts use each of these hashtags. So for example, MLM leads, there's over 100,000. If I scroll down this, I can see others that I might want to use. Actually, these are all pretty low. So if I want to add MLM leads, I just click on here and it will add it to my list down here. So you can set up as many of these as you want. Down here, you set up how fast you want it to be able to operate. So for me, again, we've got a pretty large account. We're comfortable with a very fast speed. If you have a smaller account, you probably want to stick with auto at first, or maybe even just start out at slow or medium and just see how that goes. And if everything goes well for a week, then just bump that up to the next level. Status over here, you can set it to active or inactive. If you want to turn it off for a while, just set it to inactive and then click save, and that will save all of your settings. You can pause your actions every day for a certain period of time, and this is one of the things that you can customize that Instazood does not let you customize. So I can set very specific times that I want this to operate, which is what we've done. So that's all you really need to do to be able to set this up. And it's really, it's pretty simple to set up. The unfollow settings, again, if I go over here on the left-hand side, scroll all the way down, the auto unfollow is down here right below the follow settings. So again, you click on the activity, and then up here you need to select the account. And we only have one account, so that's the one that we select. And basically, you just need to set up how fast you want it to operate, and then whether it's active or inactive. Okay, you can also set it up, like I said, this was our deal breaker with Instazood, is that it didn't let us do this. So don't unfollow my followers. So if people are following you back, we do not want to unfollow them. So we make sure to have that checked. And then pause actions every day. So we have a certain time period where we don't want this to operate. And that's basically all you have to set up. Other things that come included with the price, like we mentioned, the auto direct message. This is one that we love, that we use all the time, and it really helps us to gain a lot more traffic and a lot more customers and sales and signups into our business. So this is one that we definitely use, and it comes included with the price of Viral Soda. It's not something that you have to add on top of everything else like you do with Instazood. So again, you set up your speed settings and your activity settings right here. You can set up any messages you want to go out right here. And another neat feature of Viral Soda is that it does support spin tax. Okay, so if you don't know what spin tax is, just look it up. But it's basically a way for you to create hundreds or even thousands of different messages from one message like this. So that way you're not sending out the exact same direct message to everybody on your list. And it looks much more natural that way, rather than sending out the exact same thing to every single person. You can also do things with Viral Soda like auto repost other people's posts. You can auto like their posts. You can do auto comments. Those are all things that, if you really want to set them up, there's very specific ways that you want to do that, because it's very easy to set these up in a way where you're reposting stuff that's kind of inappropriate, or you're liking stuff that's inappropriate, or you're commenting on stuff that really, again, is just inappropriate. For example, I've seen it where somebody posted about their grandma dying or their dog dying, and people would have their auto comments turned on, where for some reason they auto commented on that, and it was something like great or love this post. And it was just really not appropriate. So you want to be very careful with how you use these. So I hope you got a bunch of great value out of this video. If you did, be sure to subscribe. And as always, check out the links in the description below if you want to pick up Viral Soda or Instazood. I also have links in there for the auto posting app that we use that you can actually use for free, and also the training video for our full Instagram marketing strategy. So you want to be sure to check all of that out. It's all in the description below. Once again, this is Todd Getz from toddandleahrae.com, and I'll catch you next time.